Hello. Hello. Good morning. It's not morning. Anyways, welcome. And today I was so graciously hello. Hello, you did find your way from TikTok. Thank you so much for being here. I recognize that name. Thank you so much. And yeah. So today I'm thinking about doing a Finnish medieval castle inspired build. I'm not saying I'm good enough at this game to actually accomplish faithfully recreating the castle itself, but I'm taking inspiration. You should see it in the top right corner as a tiny little picture. It's a Finnish castle called Olavinlinna. It's in the city of Savonlinna, so that's why it says Savonlinna up there. And yeah, I'm very willing to take any and all suggestions if you are comfortable enough to give them. And yeah, I have a tiny little island that I made myself here. I have no actual kind of plan on how I aim to accomplish said castle. Up there, I actually have two reference pictures for myself. You only see the one because I didn't want to make it so cluttered on stream. But yeah, I suppose let's start. On one edge, it is a... It does look like it has a little hill on the one edge. And I have visited this castle like 2 years ago. But now that I think of it, it's really different to visit the castle itself versus kind of drawing it out or building it out. But I'll do my best. I'll do my best. So, how's your day going? How do you want me to address you? Murasame 3D? Or is it... And that sounds vaguely Japanese, so I don't know if that's a single word or multiple words. But... What? I'm trying to add to this hill here, but it's kind of fighting me a little bit. Oh. Oh, terraforming made easy. I did not realize this was in the game. I find that I've had a few times now in the last kind of 2 or 3 weeks where I've found new things in it that I don't remember seeing in any patch notes. But yeah, that's one edge. Yeah, then I'll probably start adding the 3 main towers. There are only 3. And from what I remember, the 3 towers were all residential towers, so the Murarben is fine. I've been playing... Yeah, I've started playing Tiny Glade from the demo, so before the game was even released, and I pretty much got it immediately. I think I might have even pre-ordered? I don't think if that's the word they use themselves, but yeah, I've been playing quite a lot. I really love the game. I mean, there's also the fact that my PC setup right now cannot handle anything any faster than this, so I really can't stream anything else than these kind of cozy games. Not that I'm complaining, I really love this, so... Yeah, long time builder, I would say so, yeah. I mean, the castles and the towers in the real world... Blah, 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 blah. I can speak, trust me on this. are more of a they have way more angles. They're not really circular like this, but I'll keep going anyways. I saw your dragon art when going through TikTok and it made me scroll back. Lovely eyes. Thank you. I hand drew this myself. It's originally was art for my Dungeons and Dragons character. So that's where this comes from, and then it was just too cute not to use. So, or, well, use or display somewhere. What color am I thinking? I'm thinking probably that. Ooh, we could actually try and set a upper floor out of the red bricks. A long time DM too. Ooh, that's so cool. What game specifically do you play? Our group kind of goes with Pathfinder nowadays. Pathfinder, both second and first editions. And we really like those ones. Or, well, I like those ones. And kind of if my players want to play, they're going to have to go with my my preferences a little bit. But yeah, I love all kinds of creative games. I think that's reasonable enough. Ran all the Warhammer 40k TTRPGs. Ooh. Ooh, it was last year. At some point, my For You page on my personal account was just filled with, what's the word? I'm trying to take this lower one, thank you. Go back down. Warhammer lore videos. I don't know how I ended up there, but I really love it. Like, kind of, I'm a sucker for a good story, to be honest, so anything I can and will get obsessed with, I will. How long will the build take? I have absolutely no clue. I'm aiming to kind of do this relatively fast to get it done today. I'm going on a vacation, so I'm not going to be streaming this Sunday or next Tuesday, so I kind of wanted to get it over with, so no one has to wait for too long to see it finished. But I know that there are people who kind of take this game very seriously. I actually, on Sunday, after my stream, I raided another Tiny Glade builder who has been building French castles, and they ended up, or they have been building one singular castle for, I think they said, from March, and that was kind of intense. Let's see, what am I doing here? What on this edge? I think it's just a straight wall. Oh, is it red brick? Yeah, let's change it back to... That's the wrong color. That's also the wrong color. Here we go. But yeah, there seems to be kind of two different player bases for this game. People who are kind of very into it and just involve themselves a lot with a single build, just build it out for months on end, and I love that for them, but my ADHD could never. So I tend to usually like doing kind of 3 to 4 hours builds, and then I get bored and I want to start something new. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Like, I would really love if I had the patience to kind of go, oh, sorry. So that I would really like to kind of go with bigger builds, but I I just get bored. The idea is really nice at the start, and then I just don't build it or don't keep with it. I'm so sorry if you hear something behind me. I think I have my audio set so you can't hear most of it, but my husband is playing with his friend over on the sofa in the same room. I have seriously no idea what I'm doing. I should have thought it. I think that looks a little bit correct. That sheep is going to get stuck right there, isn't it? Oh, poor little thing. Anyways, what am I kind of... It's all good. Oh no, poor sheep. Yeah, I mean, I could. Blah, 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 blah. What am I talking about? The sheep actually follow the cursor for a little bit after you pet them, so we can try to kind of get them to safety. Just take our time. I think they can't jump over from the... Oh, almost. Please. Just one... No, I think I would need to... How do we save it? Because I think from here they should be able to get over Sheep Island now. I mean... have you played this game, just out of curiosity? Because there was a patch this week, kind of a big patch. So, nowadays, we can do a really funny shit. Let's go. I'm trying to spawn anything. And now, if we get... You haven't, but you have found a cool dragon that plays it. Thank you. Yeah, I really love the game, and since this is a it is a what's the word, indie developer, and there are kind of at the moment I believe there are 4 people in the dev team, and I really encourage you to get the game. Where am I? Where did my camera spawn me? There is now a... hello, I found you. I'm going to save you. Actually, good point. This is how we save the sheep. There's a roller coaster mode now, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And it actually doesn't guarantee it's that sheep specifically. But we can now enter the carts. Oh. They're the wrong way around. One moment. Please turn it around. All of them. Yeah, I kind of... This is a little bit funny that they ended up adding roller coasters. Why is there no... Wait. I know you can. Well, maybe... Let's move it a little bit so that it's not on the stairs. Maybe that works better. Try, please. Game. Let me move things. Because I know I can do this. I just did it on Sunday. Let's enter. See? I have no idea why this is in the game, but I love it. And kind of, you can also delete all of the supporting pillars from the stairs, so you just get a magical ride. But now There's one sheep and there's two. Yay, we shaved. We saved the one sheep from behind the wall. There are always only 3 on a map, so we got him. And now I have to delete all of this. And so that I have, like, see, there I accidentally deleted the pillars, but yeah, that's how you get that done. Now it's Sheep Island, if I have ever seen it be. Okay, let's continue with the castle. Oh no, I just realized I kind of made it the wrong way around. If I kind of want to go in any shape or form, what's the word? English is not my first language, if you can't tell, but there's a bridge that goes over to the mainland, right beneath this tower on the real castle. Shape the sheep. Yeah. You're going to hear my brain farts all stream. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm just futzing around with that because I don't know what to do. Dragon brain farts. Because there is a kind of the main building and the main castle inside of these walls, kind of between all of these towers. On the back side there's a extension, I think is the word, that used to have cannons later on in the castle's history. And then there is also 2 on this side. But here, I believe there is kind of the main castle, there's the outer walls, and from the outer walls comes the bridge that takes you over to the mainland, so... How do I make that happen, though? I think I'm going to have to just add the walls here. Kind of see how big we can make them with magic. I mean, now that you say that, yeah, that was the obvious answer. How did I miss that? But I actually should have added a fire step here so that we can actually have the main castle a little bit above the outer walls. Something like that. Yeah, the game sounds are awesome, and like I'm kind of wanting to make these into YouTube videos, so I do not have the music on for the game, but the music is also really awesome. I'm just deathly afraid of the DMCA strikes. But yeah, I think... which way does it... It just goes on inside of here. Kind of, there seems to be a... Oh no, the sheep is going to get squished. It didn't. Thank goodness. But there seems to be a building here. Or no? No! Oh, okay. I'm looking at my other reference picture. No. There is a... These are walls that kind of go in this direction. And there is another set of walls down here. And then you can kind of see them above the... Yeah? Yeah? Seems to be correct. And I actually am going to use these very thin walls on the outside here, because then we have more room to kind of work with here down below. And it is kind of funny, I might just squish a building down there for no apparent reason, just because I can. And this is not accurate, but don't mind me. There is a little bit of a courtyard kind of thing up here, if I do remember correctly. Kind of just a little bit that kind of gets covered by the wall right there, and then we can add a cute little door right there. I'll come back to that later. But before I kind of build myself in, or box myself in before kind of filling it all out, there is a... Let's see. Was there... I think there was cobblestone inside there. Now I'm just going off my memory, just thinking how it was set up. But yeah, then we can add a little bit of stairs that go in through the upper wall, middle wall, around here. That kind of encapsulates the main thing. How would you say castle? It's linna. I think that's the only word we have kind of for bastions and castles and chateaus and whatever. Linna. It's L-I-N-N-A. Linna. Yeah, we kind of pronounce things weirdly. Not even going to lie to you. It's definitely not an easy language to learn, but if you have the means to kind of check it out, please do. I'm trying to learn a lot of languages myself at the moment, and they are all kicking my butt. What am I even? Because I can kind of move it that way to get a little bit more space, and I like the natural rock down there. And that's going to be awful looking. Do I care enough? I mean, that's going to look awful no matter what I do. Yeah, it is. So I might let that be. And then just put another building on top of it at some point. Before I forget, let's add a... That doesn't make any sense right there. A door right there. And then I kind of want to make a door in the middle of this thing. Kind of just build up a set of stairs. Oh no, why? Oh. That's the ugliest set of stairs I've ever seen in my life. Oh no. Linna, eh? Yeah, Linna. You're writing it correctly. Just one A. If I bring it upwards, yeah, okay, that works. Just try to finagle this so that there is this kind of a ramp right here. Because the thing is, the bridge that goes to the mainland has always kind of been there, and you can actually even drive a car up there, up to the castle. Just try something. I know, now that I think of it, I did say that I really like the natural rocks down there, so it's kind of a shame I'm trying to cover them up. Maybe do something a bit different. Like, maybe we can actually move this thing some other direction, or just move it way... Can't you add more terrain? I can, but they don't grow into each other. Then I have a million different ones that I all have to do. And different directions. I mean, I could make more rock under the walkway. I mean, you have a point. Just something like this. Yeah, I mean, it might actually be the kind of a good call to anyways move the outer walls and just see where we can take this. The widest it can be for the time being. Downwards. Down there. Yeah, I can shift the rocks after placing them, so that's a really good call. Thank you. I swear I've played this game. I think, like, kind of funny how this game makes you kind of forget things that you've done a million times before. Like that. That looks kind of interesting. Can I bring it down? Yeah. It plops on builder's hat. I help. Yeah, you did. You did. Let's see. If I just bring this one out. There we go. I mean, if I take it that way, then I kind of want there to be ample way to get down here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that space, but I really like that. Is it just me, or... Huh. Kind of weird that the hill is not level, but who am I to judge? I wouldn't say I'm straight either, so... Maybe I'll allow it to the... the hill. I think that's good enough. And then I believe if we add a bit of path, then we can create a huge door. But now that I think of it, it kind of I want there to be a little bit of a, like, maybe another set of building right here, so you actually kind of draw this thing goes into the building, like something like that, and then we can add the door to the edge right there, so that it actually doesn't kind of cut off, or you don't have to make a 90-degree weird turn right there. And actually, let's make it even wider. I like the double doors. And there. That does certainly look like a door. Maybe that's a little bit more proportional. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Do we want... we can add railings on here. Kind of a small railing could be fun. Just so your cart wheels don't automatically just fall off here. Can I make this? No, it's the maximum width already. Linna is at the end of Savon, so is it Savo Castle? It's Savo Castle. Savon is the N at the end of it is possessive form, so the castle of Savo would be the literal kind of translation of the name. Savo is the what is the word for Lääni? region, name of the region, the state. We don't have states here in Finland, but you know, some kind of that thing. County. Probably isn't county smaller? Like a city can be a county in and of itself, but there can be many cities in a state or whatever. I actually kind of want to make the bridge. Oh my gosh. What happened here? Oh, there. And now I'll have to go through. I was kind of thinking that I would do the bridge with the same tool, but does not seem to like itself. I mean, tada, fixed it. And then bring that down to the outside after it goes. But the bridge on the real castle is a, at least nowadays, it is a pontoon bridge. So you can actually just fully make it kind of go away for a little while. And I believe historically that it has also used to be at least a drawbridge, but probably a pontoon bridge for a really long time. You used to kind of gather it up for the winter and just move it out of the way and then take the ice over to the castle in the winter. Because the ice is really, or well, at least used to be very thick in Savonlinna. Nowadays, you know, climate change, so not anymore, not as what do I mean? What do I mean by what? I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention of when you said that. I miss snow in the UK, yeah. Yeah, I miss it in the winters too. Kind of just seeing how different it is now than what it used to be when I was a child too. Oh yeah, the staircase, it it was something, let's say. Ooh, do we want, like, since this is a game, we could just, you know, make this a magic bridge. Do we want a magic bridge or a real bridge? What do we think? I kinda like both. I mean, it's not much of a bridge if it's kind of blocking the way of every boat. Well, what are we going for exactly? I'm kind of asking your opinion. I'm kind of open to anything and everything. I know this is not going to be a one-to-one recreation, so I'm kind of happy with both, so you tell me. Which one do you want? Magic or no? Oh, sorry. I just there asking or saying sorry to the sheep. I do that even if I'm playing offline, and that's kind of hilarious to me too. I just love the sheep. They're so derpy. Just look at their big eyes. Yeah. Anyway. I mean, we could also kind of go with more towers than the original, but you say you want pillars, so let's put pillars. There we go. Are you related to the sheep, y'all? The eyes? I might be. I mean, have you seen the lizard meme on TikTok right now? I also look like that thing. I love it, but I've kind of been... There have been a few people I know from real life that have been kind of sending the lizard memes to me non-stop for the last 2 days because they know what my avatar here is. I love it. Don't get me wrong, but that's kind of a thing. First, lizard won't let me spam it. Oh, that's not me, but and so anyways, there is a bot that is trying to send or trying to sell me viewers, so get fucked, you little bot, you. There we go, banned. Anyways, what was I doing? What was I doing? I don't even know what I am doing. Probably trying to make this one. Actually, now that I look at my own... No, wasn't an art commission bot. It was a quality viewers at whatever website it was. They've just been doing it for a lot, so I can just, you know, ban the word or the name of the website, so they get automatically caught every time. Like, how did you not think that was going to happen? I can speak. Like, on the backside of the real castle, there is a kind of a private garden or private... It used to be a private dock, if I remember correctly. Remember to take care of yourself. Yeah, I'm going to take a sip of water, and I encourage you to do the same. Yeah, I believe I kind of forget that a lot, so I made myself a automated message. I don't have a hydrate command yet, but I'm looking into it. I'm kind of a new streamer, so I have a lot of things that I need to figure out on the back end still. I accidentally trapped 2 sheep there and 1 here. Yeah, I think that's going to be good enough. But you don't see from the reference picture, but on the other side, back here, there is a way lower of an area that used to be a private docking area. And nowadays there actually is another dock right on this side, and there are 3 kind of cannon extensions. You know, those kind of star-shaped extensions that happened everywhere when cannons were kind of brought into warfare in Europe. Yeah, so I'm kind of debating if I want to do those cannon extensions. I mean, they look really cool, but we only have squares and circles that we can kind of build with, so it's going to be really hard to get star formations, best formations. Okay, let's do it, or at least try, because there is only squares and circles, so it might be a bit weird trying to get those to happen. Actually, where are we even putting this thing? There's one that seems to be right there-ish on the real one. With your dragon might, I believe you can make it. Thank you. That's really sweet of you to say. I know you say I am a dragon, and I sometimes feel like it, but my character is originally a kobold. That's kind of how I kind of feel about this. Actually, how am I doing? Ooh, can we make it really simply? Kind of bring this out this way and pretend that a 90-degree corner is kind of what we want for it. And just do this. Does that look kind of correct? I think it sort of does. It's way too big for the scale of the rest of this. But actually we can make it smaller. Smaller we can do easily, but bigger is kind of a tall ask. Each time I've played D&D, I've been a kobold with int as my dump stat in times. Yeah, looks correct. I mean, if that's not lore accurate, I don't know what is. I usually enjoy playing a little bit like rogues or wizards or things like that, so I usually don't dump stat my intelligence, but I kind of want to someday. I think that's possible. How do I get this corner to line up? I mean, I know how I need to align these corners with each other. There. Do I live with this? Or do I try to finagle this? It's kind of creating the seam. Maybe if we turn it around a little bit and then grow. Yeah, now it's there's something weird happening there, but let's not let's not talk about it. There, I think I'm going to. This is going to be an eyeliner situation, isn't it? Like I keep making a little adjustment, and just growing it out more and more. I think that's good. I mean, do I kind of... Which... Yeah, it actually is level with this inner wall on the real one. There we go. There's one. Then the little kind of inside area here. What do I use to make it? I think I'm going to go with the thinner walls again, because it's a really weird shape of it. And I'm actually going to use all of these points to kind of make it have really straight corners. There. I hope I have enough of these points to actually get it where I want it to be. Like something like this. I believe that's going to be alright. If I remember, there's a... No, it needs to be a little bit outside or further out to the water. If I remember correctly, there's a... there's way too little water here. Take it way further out. It's going to be way out of scale, but anyways. Here we go. Probably something like this. Bring it upwards a little bit more. And actually, I kind of want it to be a little bit higher here. And from like here onwards. Because I don't want to kind of raise it up from here a lot more. I think that's it. I just realized I need to kind of make it do this thing. Actually, if I do that and just make all of these be the same again, and do that, then they are very much level. Yes, good. Good. Actually, let's do it on here already as well. Why not? Oh, Oh damn. Let's rain that in a little bit. Here we go. And then what? Then what? Two more of these star-shaped outcroppings. One seems to be right here, and another one kind of pointing this direction. This one should be against this wall. Oh, well. I'm not going for historical accuracy, I tell myself. In before I'm going to be disappointed in the look of it in like 20 minutes. Maybe a little bit lower. Something like that. Yeah, seems good enough. If I attach it already, is it easier to kind of make this kind of attached? Like there? That is definitely not a square one, but there. There we go. I think that's reasonable enough. Hyvä, hyvä. Yay! I know I said something about learning Finnish, but I didn't think you would do it already. And one more. How did I... Somewhere like this? And then probably the same height as the other one. How do I make them the same height? Like, is that correct? I mean, it's probably got to do with my camera, so that's definitely not the same height. I mean, I guess I could. These horizontal lines usually should be at the same level as each other. So there's kind of a universal X coordinate on every save that is kind of the spawning point for each of these. So I guess I could start kind of counting the stones, but that's close enough. Good enough. There we go. That's maths, exactly. I wanted to make a joke about how I'm just as smart as I look with my big dumb eyes that don't blink, so you can't expect me to do math, whatever, however it's pronounced. In your corner of the world. I could have also used the wall as a reference point, and it's actually surprisingly even. Huh. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to argue. Yeah, that looks good enough. There actually is a little bit of a landing here between the towers. Big dumb eyes? You mean big super observant loot stealing eyes? Oh, you don't even know how correct you are. Like, I've been playing games all my life, and one of the first kind of games that I really got into with my family was Diablo 2, the original one. Not any of these remakes. And yeah, well, I've kind of been lovingly nicknamed the Hoover, because anytime I see loot, I just hoover it up. It's not just pencil, welcome to the horde. You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. I kind of want to make it a line, even if it creates a weird corner right there, but I think that adds to the realism a little bit. Anyways, now we have the outside kind of where we sort of want it. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to manage this. Helps blend it in? Yeah, I think so too. Like, I really like this one too, in the middle of these two star-shaped things. How do we get boats in here? And these are stone walls that I don't see have a... It must have a gate or some sort of aukko. What is the word? Kind of hole? Is hole the only word in English? Because I know I can add a hole right there, but then it is actually a just freely accessible one. I also know Olavinlinna is coming. Oh, look at you learning. That's fast. And you actually... Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to break with the word sheep, lammas. You don't add an N at the end of it. Have fun. For the possessive form, it would be Olavinlinna. I feel betrayed. I'm sorry. Let's see. Are all of these on the ground? No, they are not. Oh, okay. It gets longer? Yeah, it does. We have a lot of those. Our kind of Finnish is as a language really known for the horrible ways we kind of the way we change the word itself. Kind of, we don't have a lot of prepositions, and our, you know, we don't have the word for it. We just add different prefixes and suffixes to things. Lampaiden. I'll just write it out. That's actually the plural for sheep. Wait, how does lammas typo? Lammas, sheep, a sheep, singular sheep. Lampaat, the plural for sheep. Lampaan, for the singular possessive for a sheep's paddock. Lampaan, laidun. And for the plural of many sheep that own or have something, then it's lampaiden. And kind of, we in Finnish we can do weird things with our words. Like if we want to say that yeah, that's not even the craziest thing. We can add these on. What's the longest word I can think of for sheep? Lampaiden sakkohankaan. That's a singular word. Even their sheep have something. So welcome to studying Finnish. I'm really happy I was born into this, so I don't have to learn it from scratch. I mean, like, we just build words on, like, what's the longest word in Finnish that I can remember? Because there are a lot that we just do for some reason. I'm changing the wrong slider. I wanted to change the direction of the sun so that I can see a little bit better what I'm doing back here. That's a little bit better. 'cause I was kind of thinking maybe building this out with this tool. Because here we can do things like this. It's going to... I really like that they added this tool, but I really hate how it defaults into doing curves all around. But it's a thing I have to live with. And I will, don't worry. But... guess I kind of want there to be a sharper corner right here. I know I left my sentence kind of halfway, but I already forgot what I was saying. Welcome to my life. Like, maybe we can make it into a sharper corner by moving these ones together? Do you have the there problem? I mean, we have a lot of problems. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's not that noticeable when you kind of live with it. But I think that's kind of the case with everyone's native language. You don't kind of see the quirks unless you kind of really think about it. Or in, you know, the weirdness if you don't think about it actively. But yeah, we probably do have some of that. What am I even trying to do right here? I'm probably trying to make a kind of platform to cover up most of the water for reasons unknown to me. No. If I just add a point right there and then try to move it inwards. Yeah, that worked way better than the other way. I am going to add a little bit of kind of room there, so you actually have room to leave your boat right there. And actually I'm going to add more water to make there even more room. And then what do I do? I mean, we could just have it like this and then do a set of stairs from down there. Like straight into the castle. Take it just a little bit outside there and then just widen it up. Oh, that's going to be a gnarly one. I think that's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. And then I actually would like there to be a back wall to this. But it probably won't generate a back wall right there. So maybe then... Oh my! That was a jump scare. What's going on? How did I... What? How did I even do this? Like, this is kind of spectacular. It's art. I mean, call me Jackson Pollock at this point. What is happening right here? Okay. That fixed most of it. Yeah. Just bring that down just a tiny smidge. And I would really like this to be against the wall right there. Where is it trying to be? No one doubted it? Oh, I did. Please. There we go. I'm not touching that anymore. Not touching it. Nope. Nope. I refuse. I say yes, I touch it more. Here we go. Don't tell them that. I'm right now. I'm really tempted of making this into a, a clip. I think I'll keep it like that. We could actually. I've done it before, where I've made a actual boat. Do we want to make a boat? I kind of don't. I really want to do the rest of it too. But I really like this area. Should we add something on this edge? I think we should, shouldn't we? Maybe try what it looks like with another set of stairs. And try our best to not Venom bomb. Oh no, I gotta break it to you, that's not it either. Oh no, poor you. You were so close. So what were you actually trying to say there? I can probably help you out with that. The end was a lie. No, if you were trying to say poems boat, yeah, then it's no, well, poem is runo in Finnish. So how would I poems boat? Because you put the N on the poem, but because poem ends in M, that's also weird. Then it's poemin vene. So poem, POEMIN space and vene. If you are trying to say the boat's poem, then it would be veneen poem. I don't quite love this. I kind of think this is way too far in and way too steep. But if I kind of bring this upwards, it doesn't look correct either. Runolaiva, yeah, runolaiva is the kind of poetic boat or something along those lines more. But yeah, that would be correct. At least kind of grammatically. Do I add another kind of this lower one kind of as a tiny little dock? Is that the word? Yeah, I think it is. Can I kind of move this into that one? Kind of somewhat seamlessly? Not really. I mean, I probably can finagle it. But it is going to have the... I mean, can I actually get rid of one kind of block if I... No, it gets rid of all of them. All of the railings on all of these. I mean, do we even want railings on all of these? I need to move this one inward so it doesn't clip with the door. Oh, this one's attached. Okay. If you say so. I think that's good enough. I'm going to call it good right there. For this little area, I say as I continue doing things with it. Oh my gosh. Here we go again, folks. Can you tell this tool was released on what day is it? Saturday? There we go. Now it's fully inside. Yes. Let's go. Let's keep going. Just as planned. Yeah, just don't doubt me. Anyways, what do we do? What do we want here? I think we're done with the outside of it. Don't worry that it doesn't make any sense here, but who would doubt the poem? Good point. So on my reference picture I do not see what's inside here, because like in every summer this castle hosts the kind of the opera festival that we have here in Finland, and most of the pictures I found have this there's a stage that gets set up here, and because it's the festival they kind of cover it up with a temporary roof on top of it. So most of the reference pictures from the angle I have the temporary roof that actually covers like half of this inner courtyard. And if I remember correctly, there used to be, like historically, there would have been wooden buildings inside here, but now we only have a few of the stone ones left. Like there's one right up against this wall. There's actually another set of walls here. Actually, it's a building that kind of goes all across here. So kind of, I think we're at the point where we can kind of decide what we want to do, and let me know what we want to do here. I am kind of considering maybe adding a little bit of thickness and a little walkway, like with the stairs tool, just all along here on the inside, and then just adding it kind of right next to the wall itself. But I don't know, we could also just make believe and just live with it, have only a door or something inside there. Oh, you're doing art? What are you drawing? What are you doing? What are you painting? And yeah, we can kind of do whatever we want inside here. So what do we want to do is basically what I was kind of going at it. I was thinking of doing this sort of a thing, and just thickening up the walls at least visually. But we could also just add a little bit of stairs or buildings or whatever inside all of the walls. I have, if it isn't obvious that I do not have a plan. There we go. Yeah, to make it look like it has thickness. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. I really like the arches, but it really doesn't make much sense to be doing it like this, if I'm being completely honest. Let's take the railings off, just so we have a better walkway into these star-shaped outcroppings. Always have a plan. Can you put some houses? Wine stores? Ooh. Ooh, yeah, I was thinking kind of going with the... like, we could have the kind of the inner courtyard have the kind of stone buildings and probably some wooden ones down here. That could be cool. And I have no plans beyond that. But how do we make this into a wine storage one? Because I like that idea a lot. How do I just make that happen? Working on a low poly horror game. Ooh, making some characters for it. Ooh, are you like developing a game, or is it for the tabletop games, or like what's the project itself? I should probably go the other way, bring these ones up actually, rather than bring the inner walkway or the stairs tool down more. Just so we have actually like some realism to this. There, and then I'll have to add another one here on this side. You teach games at university? Oh, that's such a cool career. Like, oh, like, are you like, what exactly is the kind of program that you see? Like, what degree does that? I really want to know. And can you, like, the obvious continuation, can you study online? Oh boy, what the hell happened right here? How the hell did I... Oh no. Games animation is the course you run. Cool. I actually had a friend that did that here in Finland. They were teaching a few University of Applied Science courses, so that's slightly different, but not much. Hey, please, what? How did you have to have those? I don't know. Anyways, if I just take that, get rid of the pillars, and get rid of the point? Yes. And then I can get rid of those pillars too if I want to. I actually don't, now that I think of it, but yeah. And move this one right next to the wall, please, and thank you. Here we go. And there we are. And I kind of like that we have a set of stairs right there. Though then I would actually like... can I... Now that I kind of did that edge, can I add the railings back in? Maybe these ones? And then if I move this one into there... It doesn't get rid of it. Huh. I think it should have. I mean, how do I make it so that it doesn't do that? Huh. I distinctly remember that I did this on a different build, that I just got kind of built the square or circle ones on top of it, and it just got rid of the railings on one end. We got a mocap stage, which is a ton of fun to use. Ooh, that sounds so cool. Like, I have a lot of things I kind of want to learn, and I recently, don't tell my husband who is listening in, that there was a Humble Bundle deal on the... or a really big animation program, and another streamer friend, Kettle Quest, on here on Twitch, kind of recommended to get it, so I did. I caved, but I mean, it was a 10 or was it 15 euros for it, so way worth it, I think. And I really want to learn how to use that thing. And kind of going with that, I kind of want to learn a lot of things going with the animation and the like. I kind of like that visually, having the arches here on the outside. Just a slight hint of it, just kind of not a lot, but just a slight bit. Maybe we move all of the other ones outwards too. We can get kind of the implication of these. Just a touch. Here, this is actually almost perfect already. And I think I'm going to have to just live with the... add some nice shapes. Yeah, exactly. Can I move this one so the arch would be at the height of it? Yes, I can. Ha ha ha. Got what I wanted. Sucker. Anyway, yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that. It's definitely not kind of even, but I think that's close enough. Move that one inwards too, just so it's kind of a even distance, and I really hate that thing. Can I just bring this up? No. No, I can't. It just doesn't do what I wanted. I mean, you just heard that I did say that, so... Yeah, just FYI, I do have some automation that kind of clips things for me based on the things that people say in chat. So if you feel like something is a clip worthy, you can, I believe, just write clip. No need to even have a exclamation mark on it, and it will create a clip for me on the back end. There is a global cooldown on it, don't worry. I did. I was farsighted enough? What the hell is the word for that? Now I have absolutely no idea. Lizard. Foresight? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, in Finnish the word is farsight and kind of literally translator. Translator. I can speak. Trust me on this one. That's the only thing you can do about it. Anyways, what was I? Maybe let's add the inside building. Plural, inside buildings. I really can't remember how they did it. Kind of, if I remember correctly, on the inside there is a building that goes from edge to edge, kind of splitting the innermost courtyards in two. So you have to go through like 3 layers of walls to actually get... what combo of letters and sounds does the plural for building have? In English or in Finnish? Because at this point I'm not sure I can say either. But rakennukset is the plural for buildings. And rakennus is the singular. Good luck. Yeah. What am I? What do I want to accomplish here? Because in the real one, I should have left a little bit smaller of a hill. Can I still make it smaller without fucking up everything? Sort of. 'Cause these buildings inside here are like multi-storied ones. And I'm trying to just, I mean, I could also just bring these ones upwards. Because I don't want the kind of roofs to stick out. or stick over the walls. Oh, hello. Where are you going? Where are you going? Just gonna stay there? Yeah, it is. To the Linna in the sky. Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I've last watched Castle in the Sky. No, like I've had the urge to kind of rewatch a lot of old Disney movies and kind of classics from my childhood for a really long time, but I just haven't gotten to them. I don't even know why. Well, actually, I kind of like that there's a slight curve upwards. Let's actually do that on purpose. Let's bring this one also just a little bit up so that there is a little bit of a step to each one of these. Yeah, I kind of like that. Like that idea. Let's go with it. Probably keep that one and then bring these ones upwards. Just a tiny touch. Two things. I've not watched some good old animation in years. And... not surprised anymore, but Sky Castle is Taivasilta. That's not it. Silta is a bridge. The sky one is correct. The Taivas is a sky. Both like in heaven and as the blue sky. But yeah. The Silta is a bridge. I mean, we could just lead this sheep further in here, so that it's the most protected sheep there is. Olavinlinna, yes. Olavinlinna is the kind of castle in, or, well, yeah, it doesn't imply that it's floating, so then it's just Sky Castle. Sheep house, sheep house. I would like these to kind of align, but then it's going to kind of poke out from this side, but do we care? How much do we care? Do we want to just go hog wild with it and just... We can just make these outer walls way higher, I think, I guess, I suppose, but I don't think that looks as good. I kind of wanted to just keep inside here. Keep, you know, because a keep is a type of a castle. Oh, I'm going to shut up. Anyway. Damn it. But yeah, because the thing is, I think that one is visible on the... Where's my reference picture number 2? There it is. Yeah, you kind of don't see anything else other than the towers and over the... You don't see anything that's inside the castle from the outside. Like maybe from the lake side or from the water, but not from this angle the reference image is taken from. And the reference image I have more for myself also doesn't have anything kind of visible. Oh, I have the... There is also a building right here that's kind of in there, and I believe it joins up with this building right here. I am going to bring it up outwards a lot because I wanted to kind of cover up the... Do I want it to cover up the... natural stone? I kind of don't, now that I think of it. So let's see. Can I make these line up kind of seamlessly? I mean, that's remarkably good for the first try. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. Like, then we can have a little bit of a steps into this one, and we can have a door right into here. Just no rhyme or reason, just have it there. Yeah, I think that's good enough. And then, what else do we want here? In the innermost courtyard to kind of protect our sheep. I can't remember. How do you get into the towers on the real one? I think you have to go inside the buildings to actually get into the towers and inside the walls themselves, but is that what we want to do here on this build? I kind of do. Or well, at least I don't mind it being like that. And bring that one downwards. Like this one could be the biggest building there is to this one. I don't think I can make it big enough to actually kind of go from edge to edge. I didn't plan this good enough. If I bring this down just a tiny touch, it doesn't clip that far into this one. I'll keep it like that. Just because I don't want to fiddle with it any more than I have to. I just know I'm going to get angry at it. Same as with all of these vines, I'm going to go mad if I try to control them too much. They have a nasty habit of just going, or well, growing all over every single door I try to make. But how do I actually... How do we get from this courtyard to this courtyard? Do I just build a door right there? Just disregard everything? You just have to go straight across and just... we can pretend that it's open most of the time during the day. Polku? Yeah, Polku is a trail. It's a way smaller one. Road is a tie. Yeah. Because I kind of... Now that I kind of see this, I would maybe even prefer that you have to actually go through most of this. And like get in there. Don't mind the pumpkins, I can get rid of them later. And then we could have that this is the only kind of a door on this side, then maybe only windows, like on the upper floors. Make it asymmetrical. Yeah. I mean, do you mean a bigger S-curve so that we could... Ooh, let's see how that looks. Let's first delete a little bit of that. And like maybe if we come through this way, like something way bigger, like that, and then maybe add another building, maybe like here. Maybe we can change the color of it later on, or like we can make it be mostly out of wood or something. Like, which do we prefer? Like going like this, a huge detour, or just right along the edge? Yeah, this way. This way as we have it now. Let's keep it then. Let's... yeah. do it like this to kind of make the what's the word? Roof kind of intersect so it looks kind of seamless. Yeah. I just feel like every time I say roof, I either sound like I'm barking like a dog or saying something else like hooves, like on a horse, with a V. Like I just English is weird. I mean, I've seen roof with a M, probably. Where the hell is there an M in the pronunciation of that? I realize I don't even want to know, because then I'm going to always hear it wrong. But I kind of like this. Ooh, you know, we could make something really cute here. I wonder if we can, though, now that I think of it. Maybe this is a bit too big. But we could add something like this. And let me click. Thank you. Like something like that. And then add a little bit of windows on there. Oh. I mean, we could also kind of do it with a little bit of a realism and add murder holes. Oh my god, you actually just said that. Like, add a lot of these. Do we want the... I kind of want to make the middle one this just for decoration. Be this triple tall murder hole, archer hole. Shoot hole, throw, arrow, go. Yeah, I like that. Actually, we could also make it out of a wood, wooden beam, kind of. I really like how that looks. It almost looks like a little bit of an later addition, and I really like that. Yeah, let's go with that. So now what? I actually need to add the other side of the door right there. That's going to bother me. I mean, I guess I could. No, I can't, actually. I would have to actually kind of get rid of or move the whole of this to give more room for the door. Or then I just move the door just a little bit to the right on this side. Yeah, let's try that. Because here it can be just there. There we go. I think that's making a little bit more sense. And just a tiny bit wider. There we go. And why is it all trying to... It's kind of always giving me by default the adjustments for the hills. I don't know what I'm clicking to make it do that all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, it is 100% a thing I do, but I don't know how. Let's actually, can I get rid of... Yeah? Yeah. I just realized that these do not match whatsoever. Here we go. A little better. And I really like this one being the straight end on there, as well as this one, because they are freestanding, so I'll keep it like that. It's coming along nicely. Let's go. What else? On this side, I actually think we can have a little bit more of a doors, etc. right on the ground floor. But what do we want on here? Actually, now that I see that sticking through, I'll do that. And now that I remember, whoops. That's going to be a problem on the rest of them too, isn't it? I probably have all of these kind of way too close to the other ones. Let's go. I thought I did it. I did not. Let's maybe add another door here just for the sake of it. Not that I actually think that's any sort of realistic. You're going to be a problem, aren't you? I know I'm talking to inanimate pixels on my screen, but don't worry about it. Here we go. Maybe now we can fit a door here. Yes. And there already was one on there. Obviously we need one here, maybe not with a wreath. And one here. It's the process poem, trust the process. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely not wrong. Are they actually the same height? I fear that if I kind of edit this one to be way lower, it's going to get rid of the door, but no, I got it. Yeah, and this one is way less tall of the red bricks. Ooh, it's raining outside. Quite a lot. Oh well. Drink. Oh, thank you. I'm going to tell you a secret. I fucking hate water, like just plain water. If the water is not cold as ice, I really hate the taste. And it's kind of universal, doesn't matter if the water is really pure out of a spring in the middle of the Alps or whatever. I just do not like the taste of plain water, so I'm actually drinking a sugar-free juice most of the time. You have a hack? Ooh. Tried sparkling? Yeah, I just do not usually feel like being assaulted by water. You know what? I kind of like this door here. Just a tiny little door for every rat that lives in here. I'm going to leave that. Hi, Kippy! Hello! You also found your way from the TikTok. Nice to see you. Hello, welcome. We've been building. And actually, was it Ben? I don't think I can scroll back far enough to check what you wanted to be called. I'm so sorry. I do not have a really good name memory, but yeah, we have a few of kind of brands that make sparkling waters, but they are kind of have a... Ooh, actually I like that. Flavors, and one of them is I mean, I also like raspberry, but we have lingonberry, I think it is in English, and that mixed with not syrup, because syrup has sugar in it, but what's the word when you have a really kind of concentrated juice that I sometimes mix with sparkling water. Not sweetener, not sweetener. I specifically drink sugar-free because otherwise my teeth would probably rot out of my skull. It's so cool, isn't it? Oh, thank you guys. I'm really happy to see you here. And I'm really thankful for both of you being here. Ooh, I kind of like the bell detail on there. If I remember, Kippy also streams and creates Tiny Glade content, so be sure to check them out too. If you like this game and like what you see here. And there, Kippy is also on TikTok, I believe, with the exact same spelling of the name. So that's where I found her. Oh, what are your guys? I just realized that I haven't asked any of you guys' pronouns. So, like, how do you want me to refer to you? I'm thinking these single windows for this build. I mean, if we are going with the Finnish castle, we first of all we only have like 7 medieval stone castles overall, and like 3 of them are ruins or all the way all the way built over? What the hell? I can speak, I know languages, I know 3 languages as a native speaker level, what the hell? But anyways, what I was kind of trying to say about these windows, in Finland we really did not have a lot of windows on old buildings, especially kind of stone castle buildings, or the windows were really small. Mostly because it's so fucking cold here that if you have a lot of windows you kind of get rid of all of the heat. I love castles. Me too. Who would have thought? I'm actually kind of, next week I'm going to visit France for the first time in years. And I'm going with my husband to check out 2 of my favorite castles in France. They are kind of the number 1 and number 3 overall of my top castles. Keegan works for you. We have loads in the UK. Yeah, I think actually, like, when you think of kind of castles, you kind of think of France, right? But I believe Wales is the most concentrated with castles, like per square kilometer. The amount of castles, Wales has the most in the world, I believe. Yeah, I want to visit Scotland one day too, just for the sake of castles. I mean, I also want to live in France just so I can be a driving distance away from 20 castles at any given moment, but, you know, we can't have everything we want. Carnarvon? No, that's not how it's spelled. One moment, okay, I will wait. Ooh, we could have a little hanging clothesline moment in the corner here. Maybe move it just a little bit. I like how they're all white cloths right here. Wrong again. Keep trying. You can get there. I believe in you. How do I handle... I just said something about wanting there to be only singular windows, and then I immediately added double windows. Nah. I'm going to have to change all of them. Can I... What's the... Yes, control. Separates these ones. And then just keep adding more. Where do we want? I mean, I feel you with the difficulty spelling things. I don't have dyslexia, but I do have the equivalent for numbers, and it's sometimes it's just a lot to deal with. I feel ya. Yeah, circle-shaped windows in the update. I mean, I have... was it with you that I talked about the kind of wish list on this game? Because I kind of really wish that we could kind of... like right now, nowadays we can just scroll through all of these... what are these kind of... scatter terrain or scatter kind of goods. And I really wish we could do the same for Windows, because I have had to click for multitudes of times just to get rid of cloth or get rid of shutters, especially on the double windows. Or just I want to add flowers and it takes ages to actually get exactly what you want. And kind of that's why my number one. And I would also love, yeah, clutter assets, thank you. And I kind of also, I had another wish, what was it? And that's kind of really high up there. I wish we could have a triangular triangular building shapes especially, but also kind of triangular roof shapes. So like maybe with the same control that we can make these slanted or bulging roofs, and maybe we could also have kind of move the ridge line to another one or the other edge, especially with the circle buildings. You went and followed Kippy. I'm so happy to hear that you did that. Thank you so much for doing that too. I'm sure you are very much appreciated there too. Actually, on this lower one, I was thinking that maybe we could only, or maybe we put the windows only on the upper floors. I don't think this castle has ever been occupied, or kind of occupied? Is occupied the correct word for it? Like it has never fallen to attackers. No one has ever actually gotten in. So I do not remember kind of how they are, how the inside of the castle did this. But I kind of don't want, like, in the hypothetical scenario that the attackers kind of get in through the lower walls and also get in to this middle courtyard, that they could easily kind of just break down a door. I just kind of want there to be all the windows only on the upper floors here. I'm going to have to click a lot here to just keep getting rid of all of the flowers and clotheslines on here. That is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Maybe just go all around and see if we add another layer of windows down below. How many did I add on this side? 5. Let's see if we can fit 5 here too. But yeah, so Kippy, how's your day going? What have you been up to? Do you have your next Tiny Glade build all figured out already, or are you... I know you built kind of bigger things than I do. I believe you all did the Emerald City And the like, is that you or am I mixing you up with someone? Because I have recently kind of followed all of the all of the Tiny Glade creators that I've had the pleasure of finding all over my TikTok For You page. So I might be confusing people. I accidentally hit the door right there, so let's build a new one. Yes, that's me. Yeah. You go a little crazy. I mean, if that's crazy, I think you're doing it right. Ooh, should we add another one of these on this wall? I think we should. Kind of create a quote-unquote kill box on the edge here. Like, if you're invading, you have to just allow yourself to be shot at throughout trying to invade. Let's do that. A little bit lower. You're at work. It's 8 a.m. for you. Wait, what does that mean? Where are you? I can figure it out. 8 a.m. So it's 6 p.m. for me. So you're over in the Americas, right? Yes, kill the invaders. All of them. I think that's the colors I had here, yeah. And yes, it created the supports right there. That's good. I like this. Let's add the windows. I actually also want the triple window. Maybe we could have maybe even 2 triple windows. Ooh, here I go. Just for aesthetic reasons, no actual kind of rhyme or reason as to why some of the windows are triple tall and some of them are not. In America, you're on the west coast. Okay. Okay. I'm just going through my brain like what's all of the things that are on the west coast, but yeah, there's I'm just kind of rifling through the big cities in my brain, but there are a lot, now that I think of it, aren't there? I mean, I guess America is kind of, the United States is a really big control, thank you. A really big place. You need to update your GPU for Battlefield 6. Is that today or recently? Or recently? Soon? Huh. Beta. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. That explains it. The kind of only shooting game I play is Overwatch. And that's the first and only FPS I play. And I am not looking to add to that list. Especially online games. I remember as a child I probably played a little bit of my dad's Castle Wolfenstein or some Battlefield 1942 or something like that. It was reasonably fun, but I was not good at it. And those weren't even online games. But yeah, on the online FPS front, I kind of hate how it's usually a little bit toxic. Scroll back a little bit. Currently working on a fairy elven castle. Had to start over because the beta didn't sync. You can actually you can move the saves. You can move the saves over. In the game files, like where you have the game saved on your computer, there is a folder called beta saves. You can just copy and paste all of the save files you want into the file called saves. That's how I got all of mine back into the normal branch. It's there is a more comprehensive guide on the patch notes on the Steam page. Yeah, you can you can certainly get them back. No, you're welcome. Okay, so what do we have? What do we do? What have we going on? What do we have going on? I mean, we could also... I mean, does it make any sense that we would add another one of these shooting boxes above the gate itself? Kind of, I mean, I guess it could make sense kind of on this wall, so that you can kind of both drop things on the people and shoot them as they walk past you. Yeah, let's add one more. I'm not paying for these pixels anymore, I paid for the game itself. I can add however many things I want. Mwahaha. Though I kind of have to finagle this into a little bit of a prettier shape. How do I do that? If I lower it down even more? Yeah, I think this is how we do it. And then make it into a wooden one. Yeah. How far down can I make them go? I think that's going to be the maximum for it. And before it kind of clips into the door way too much to my liking. Maybe the middle one there to be the triple wide. I don't know how to thank you. You don't have to. You're here. That's already thanks enough. There, I think that's the most satisfying amount of windows I'm going to add on that edge. Yeah, I like it. Picasso. Here we go. I think that's going to be kind of deterrent enough. I don't think anyone in their right minds would want to try to attack this thing. And I actually think I'm going to call it pretty good on this kind of inner courtyard. Maybe. I mean, in the real castle, the main living quarters were inside of these towers, but I kind of... I don't feel like making them... I mean, there also is a outhouse kind of thing on one of these towers, or maybe even both of them. Oh my goodness, can you hear the rain through? I hope you can't, but it's really pouring down right now. I mean, it's a really good thing it is. It has been so freaking hot for the last week, but I believe it might be thundering if it's... Yesterday thundered, so... My husband is not going to let me hear the end of it. I had my headphones on. We were playing Overwatch while it started thundering, and apparently I have my sounds on so high that I actually thought it was a motorcycle for the first few rumbles, and I said it out loud. But yeah, it certainly was thundering yesterday, and I believe I saw a notification that it was probably like the chance of rain was really high for the evening today. I'll just add these arrow holes fall throughout all of these 3 towers because I don't know what else to do. Or more like I don't know what else I would want to do. The sounds of this game, I love it. If you're not too busy in work, Kippy, do you remember what you what your first build was in this game? Because I just thought about I started playing the demo, and when the game came out, I was just every single thing, every kind of new interaction I discovered, I was just so happy, and I even remember shedding at least 1 tear about how cute this fucking game is. And yeah, I think I built actually I could probably check it because I am now on the main branch, so this has all of the save games I have, and I don't think I actually have ever deleted anything. So I could probably check. Game has changed your life for sure. Yeah, mine too. Mine too. But yeah, I just remember if I was probably hormonal or something because I was crying over pixels. Especially when I discovered the French balcony situation. Because that was not in the beta, and I just remember finding it out on accident in the first main save I had. Your first build was so plain, but was more of an open town with a small outdoor theater. Yeah. I think my first build was a daily prompt that they have. Actually, now that I think, what is the daily theme for this day? Oh, wizard school. Oh, and that could have been cool. Anyways, let's continue. Actually, now that I am in the... Let's see, what is my oldest save I have on here? Oh, yeah, I had this... yeah. Actually, I had a few versions of this. I first made this as a kind of complete building, and then I changed it to be the ruined version of the same building. Yeah, I remember spending a lot of time with the flowers on that one. I also have my favorite is a little... It's kind of in the same vein actually as this one. I have a tiny town that I kind of built for the purposes of a Dungeons and Dragons city, but I've yet to actually use it as a Dungeons and Dragons city. What are we doing here outside? Actually, let's first start by adding the cobblestone all over. And let's actually do that with the biggest brush we can have, because it's otherwise going to take ages. Let's go. That's also kind of the tiniest little gripe I have with this cobblestone and stairs thing. It doesn't kind of do anything seamlessly with the stairs tool, or the paths doesn't just go over it like it does with the building blocks. I don't like there to be a door in there. Let's get rid of it. It didn't add anything on the inside, thankfully. I believe I have had a few times when I've just happily built something on one side of a wall, especially these thinner ones, and then I just later find that Whoops, I have kind of fucked up the other side of altogether. Let's see. What do we do? What do we add? I'm kind of thinking... Happens to me all the time, yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny how easy it is to do that. Let's erase that thing. I'm thinking making just the first floor be stone texture, adding a door on it. I can get rid of those later, and then adding a kind of wood structured upstairs. And it's still not sticking out on the other side, thank goodness. And maybe that direction for the roof. And what color do we want this to be? I kind of want to make this, I mean, white would be... Welcome back! Into the Olavinlinna stream, yeah. What color do we want this to be? I mean, white is the kind of stereotypical fantasy castle, medieval-esque thing to make it. But I'm also kind of... In Finland we have a lot of things that are kind of painted red. So let's see how that looks. Kind of something like that. And kind of all of the lower courtyard could be things. Or tinier. Tinier? Is that... Yeah, tinier or smaller. Smaller, that's the word. Smaller buildings like this. Maybe even something like that. And then just erase the paths underneath. Like that. I think that could be cool. Oh, actually, I've seen kind of a few builds. I actually did one build a few weeks ago on stream that was kind of it had a kind of storage space underneath that had its own door, and then it had kind of the door upstairs that was more of the what's the word, living quarters. And I really liked how it looked. Can I make this a little bit more seamless? I heard something went a little bit haywire inside the building, but yeah, I don't want to touch it. But I think that looks cute. Bring that down to the ground, actually. And then let's see if it creates a... Oh, actually, I can fix it, I can fix it, I can fix it, I can fix it. I did not fix it. Oh, that's because it's the stairs. Let's see. Ah. Adorable. Thanks. Yeah, I, as I said, I have shed a few happy tears because of this. Like, can we somehow just get rid of the linking of it? Because I want to push this way further in the building, just so I get, so it doesn't kind of clip through the door right there, but then it gets rid of the back. Oh, this is infuriating. Maybe control, yeah, because like I love how this thing looks, but if I take it away from the wall, it kind of erases the back wall from the stairs, kind of this railing on it, and I really hate that it does that. but can I live with this? Do I want to live with this? If I make this wider, can I kind of make it almost look like it's straight? Maybe if I add a... Thank you. Like if I now move this thing outwards just a tiny touch. There. It looks a bit weird, but let's not. Let's not pay attention. Yeah, I think I'm going to live with this. Just a tiny touch inwards. I mean, something weird is happening on the railing right there, but I don't want to touch that anymore. Like, if you have both. I think you have both seen my saga with trying to get the stairs to work on TikTok, and yeah, I have problems. Let's see, what do we do? What do we do next? I mean, first of all, let's add windows, because otherwise I'm going to forget it, and I actually do like the flowers on it. Maybe add some on this side too. There we go. Like, I would really want there to be a arrow thing that I could decide what color flowers I have on each window. But, oh well. Ooh, that kind of looks cool. Neat. Okay, what else do we do? And actually, how do we suppose we're getting into these things? Probably just a door right there. And one on the other side. Oh, there actually is already a door right there. That's good enough. And then we can pretend that from here there is no way inside or into the tower itself, and that's just a storage in and of itself. I love your PNGtuber, and the stream is so cozy. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying that. It is kind of not that much work that I did to it, but that is exactly what I want to be on here. And yeah, I'm really happy I found you too on TikTok and on here. Like, I was so inspired by your the Emerald City. Like, I don't watch I have never watched the, what's the word, Alphabet? What the hell is that freaking series? Can't think of the name of it, but I have never watched it, but I got a lot of ideas from your build when I first saw it. What's the smallest I can make that? Maybe if we just... Actually, can I change it that direction? Yes. Haha. That works way better. And change the color of this one. Maybe make this one also a... Yeah, the Wicked movie, yeah. I somehow never got into that. I don't think I was ever shown that as a child. The Yellow Brick Road, whatever the movie is. It has a different name in Finnish, so I just can't remember it. But yeah, I somehow never got into those. I've never been much of a musical person myself, but I know that a lot of people are. I actually like that little bell right there. Should we do the same thing as we did on the other building? I kind of like there to be a little bit of a separation. So maybe no stairs into this one. Actually, what does it actually look like if we add all of the windows up here? Oh, I haven't yet realized or thought about how I'm going to do, or if, yeah, how I'm going to do the chimneys, etc. Because we do need those here in Finland. Actually, now that I think of it, I have to kind of figure that out now, otherwise I'm never going to. Let's see how we... Because I really like these ones that are kind of very low to the ground. I really like those ones in this game. You love anything fantasy and fairy? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, fair enough. Me too. I'm a sucker for anything and everything fantasy. And like, I wholeheartedly believe that that is why I love Dungeons and Dragons and those kinds of games a lot. Although now that I say that, I'm kind of surprised that I didn't really get much into Baldur's Gate. I do have it, but I just never ended up playing past a lot of the tutorial. There is much. Like, I've watched a good bit of Baldur's Gate, and I really love the idea of it. But I don't know, maybe it's just that it's such a reading heavy game that I just can't focus on it that long at a time, and then I get kind of confused because I haven't paid much attention and so on. Actually, we need to make this into the stone one. First, before I kind of add anything else into it. And delete again all of the paths from beneath. I'm not going to worry much about it not going right up to the edge right there. Maybe it's a turn base as well. Too much thinking. Yeah, that too. Like, and kind of yeah, that's a big one. Also, that kind of the dice doesn't seem as random as they could be. Like, there seems to be a lot of times when you have like a single 5% chance of failing, and somehow that just happens all the time, and you kind of I'm not the type of player who kind of wants it the game to dictate how it goes. I just end up save scumming it. So that's probably one of the reasons why it doesn't feel as satisfying as it should. Impossible to make a truly random system on a computer. Exactly, I've seen those kind of breakdowns. I don't think that's the word I'm actually looking for, but kind of demonstrating why especially like online casinos are always a scam. That you definitely shouldn't trust anyone that says they have a fair online casino, because that is a myth. I am going to add another set of stairs on this wall, maybe? Because here it doesn't really matter if it doesn't or if it goes into the wall, because it looks like it's going to kind of stop at the pillar right there. As a game designer, I can tell they defo cheat. Yeah, that's kind of the kind of every game designer kind of has to make the decisions of where to go for what fairness, and besides, kind of it doesn't have to be fair, it has to feel fair for the player, and those are two distinctly different things. 100%, yeah. So it's kind of not even in the interest of any game designer to make a 100% fair game. Not that it even might be possible. I'm not a dev myself, but I trust for you. I'm going to build a special Finnish style cottage home just for you. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you do that. Oh, I mean, there is going to be I can already tell that it's going to be fairly easy because all of our buildings look the same. Oh. Poemmökki, yeah. You even got the correct, yeah. Let's see, does that look fine? I think it does. Maybe we can add like a storefront thing on here. I had a... Oh, that's perfect size. I had another build that I just finished this Sunday, where I kind of did a what's the word? Table. You wouldn't. I'm kind of ashamed that's the word that took me so much time to come up with. But you can kind of cheese a little table out of this tool, like this, and just move it below a window. I'm going to delete the railings just as I get it here. Please, thank you. Oh my goodness, no. No, there. I'm not touching it anymore. And then, because the kind of these interact with the scatter terrain, I think that looks kind of funny. And a little pond for all your lizardy outdoor activities. Yeah. Yeah, make sure I have a tanning or a sunbathing rock on there. I live for the sun. I mean, I'm going to take the bench, but I was kind of looking for these baskets. Like that. I have no idea what this place sells, but they have a little bench or table on the outside for selling things, I suppose. You need to try that little table. It's really fun, and because you can just make it as wide as you need to, it's really fun. And in the beta there was a moment where it didn't create the magic if you just left it fully hanging. So I used to also make it with this thing and then just spawn a crate or of anything down below it, and that looked really good. But then they added the magic on sparkles on it. Don't mind. I really like the magic sparkles, but it kind of doesn't, in my opinion, mesh really well with everything else. Kind of everything else is kind of a cartoony realism looking thing, and then there are magic sparkles. But what else? I'm kind of thinking just adding a bigger building in the middle here, just for no apparent reason, just to block out space. How long have I been live? 2.5 hours. Okay, I still have some energy in me, so I'm sure I can do this. Let's see, what do we... Like, do we just keep making the same kinds of houses just for the sake of... a market. I hadn't even thought of that. 'Cause in the real town, the market is on the mainland, and this castle is just for the kind of ruling family or the official things. But I kind of do like the idea, because this is kind of looking like there could be a good few people who live here. How do I do that, though? I mean, I could also just add a well here. I mean, there probably should be a well here. Move a bit out of the way, please. Thank you. I'm going to add the well now, because you want there to be a well here. So you don't actually have to kind of go anywhere to get water in case of a siege. Same. I am actually thinking of doing... Oh, sorry. Sorry. Like this. Oh, let's see. let's get rid of a little bit of paths in the middle right there. Okay, I can add more back to the outside. Just as I get that one in there. Because I do like how it looks. That's genius. Why do we not have wells? Yeah. I mean, I don't know why, but I really like wells in this game, especially now that they made the smallest square buildings a lot smaller, I feel. And now that you can make the kind of this thing be the smallest it can be, so you don't actually have to have any floor. I really like doing these. I think these are kind of my trademark. I really like doing these. And now that you can color the inside on the upper edge, you can actually make it look like there's a hole. Hello! Kippy told me I'm awesome and now I'm here. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, thank you, Kippy, and I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to zoom out in just a second. I know that if I don't adjust the height of this, I will not get to it. But yeah, I've been making a castle. Oh, you guys, I'm so happy that you're all here. I was saying to a friend of mine last night, I think, that I'm really happy that people also find my TikToks funny, and I'm really proud that someone else than me thinks that I'm funny some of the time. But, dear God, do I wish I could turn off the notifications on certain posts on TikTok. It's the eyes. Yeah, they just draw you in. You can't stop watching. I'm watching you back. And I'm winning in every single blinking competition. I actually wonder, I'm going to check one thing. I hope nothing crashes because I'm checking a thing. But I have a few... Oh dear. Oh my. Some of you have been spamming. You have the driest eyeballs. Oh, I sure do. I actually... That's a funny thing you say that, because I had... I'm 29 years old, 29 and a half at this point, and I learned last December that I need glasses. Hello, thank you for the follow, thank you so much. But yeah, I learned last December that I need glasses, and because that was not the doctor, just the one who kind of in a glasses store sells you glasses and can tell you something. well, optician? Yeah. Yeah, sounds correct. Yeah, they kind of referred me to an eye doctor. Like, hey, you need glasses and you didn't know you needed glasses, so please go see a doctor about it. And the doctor scolded me because I have such dry eyes that they couldn't take a picture. I can't tell you why or how that happens. What am I doing? What am I making here? Lizard must apply the eye moist drops. Yeah. Yeah, I should, but I really hate it. I hate the feel of it, and I don't know if it's because I have dry eyes or because of something else, but it just hurts. I might be allergic to something, but not really, that's hyperbole, but like it just burns my eyes. I think that is partly a symptom of dry eyes, but just, you know, if it hurts more to do the solution than to not do it, I just don't want to. I really hate it. Anyways, I'm kind of just adding things. Do I just make one big? I mean, we could also do something weird. Like, maybe we do just a huge kind of covered area for a little market place here inside the castle. How do we feel about that? More eyeball to seek the loot with. yeah, there we go. That's the that's the reason. Oh no, I'm never going to live that down, am I? Anyway, I think, I mean, we can also, let's take one of these things. Take one of these things and then just add a marketplace from, I mean, probably 2 sacks of apples too, but probably all of these pumpkins too, but I was thinking that I know I'm the little birdie. I've been told by a little birdie that you play some other games. I do. The kind of first 2 things I've been streaming have been... I must have scrolled past it. That's my fault for trying to read chat at the same time. These ones. But... yeah, I played Canvas of Kings, and right now I've been kind of really feeling Tiny Glade, and I'm also thinking of going back to the Canvas of Kings. It's kind of a Dungeons and Dragons, and especially Dungeons and Dragons map making tool more than a game. And I've also thought about doing Stardew Valley. I have that already installed and I've never played, so I really want to get to that at some point. And there's this other streamer called Ghostly Cozy. Actually, can I shout them out? How do I shout out? What is the format? Ghostly Cozy. I wonder if that does anything. It might not. Do I have to add the at? Ghostly. Let's see if this works. But we've... there. Can you check out their channel right there? Apparently it's not doing the shout out as I would wanted to do it. But anyways, we have thought about and done a few co-streams for variety games. Ghostly plays a lot of variety, so that's what we've been doing. And we also have a did you actually send 3 stars, or are you trying to curse and something happened? But then I also shout out how's she cozy with Sarah, and then also the @ and see if that works. Go check those 2 out. We've kind of talked about doing things together later on, but they are at the moment taking a little bit of a break, just a summer break, at least for Ghostly Cozy. I believe also Sarah was at a kind of really busy with work recently, so they haven't streamed in a little bit, but I really like both of them, and they also are very, very cozy and very fun people, so tell them I sent you. Anyways, what am I doing? I kind of want to add a kind of a custom built little stand here, but I don't know how I would do that. I mean, I could also just add a lot of pumpkins, because I know there is a lot of pumpkin-y things. There also is a lot of kind of Halloween pumpkins. Let's take that one. Wrong direction, probably. Let's see, this one has a Halloween face. Yeah, I actually, let me know if you think the amount of those notifications are excessive or not. Especially when the chat is dead, it is, but I think that's an alright. I have one of those messages at an hour cooldown, and one is for an hour and a half. I used to have something happen on screen for each of them, but I took those out, so I hope that is fine. Actually, I quite like that there is a Halloween face on all of these. Thanks. I like it too. And actually, I think that might be just about it that I want to do for the what's the word? Little marketplace here. Yeah, I think I've gone full circle with this. Let's maybe, yeah, sure, you can have a crate of tools. Why not? Sure, let's add that back there. And then bring this thing down. And I actually just saw that there was an anvil that I haven't added anywhere. I am a kind of trained blacksmith, so that could be fun to add another forge. I did a build a few weeks back that was just a forge. So I could build one of those. I'll first go with the story behind my PNG. This originally was my Dungeons and Dragons character, a little kobold called Riz. Their full name is going to be, it's not yet, but it's going to be Riskialdis Lisko. with a few apostrophes and whatnot in the middle of it. And that translated, it's a... I love how long it is. I'm going with like the name grows with one syllable at a time as the levels go up, and it means accident prone lizard. And yeah, that is exactly what I am in game. Maybe a little bit in real life too, but yeah. And the second question I saw, scrolling back, you are? Yes, I am a blacksmith. I wouldn't say I'm very good at it. My wrists don't really like that I am. Like my carpal tunnel really doesn't like me hammering away, but I am. I was for a little while I was a entrepreneur. I was a jewelry maker just for a little bit. Laughed out loud in the office at that. You're welcome. I am a big D&D fan. I really love the game and everything that goes with it. We have been playing with the same friend group for, oh god, almost 15 years at this point, I guess. And we've kind of been playing a few different campaigns, at least 3 kind of full-time. Full-time is a relative word, but relative term. But that's kind of what we've been doing with our friend group when we don't play online. We play Dungeons and Dragons. So many talents. Yeah. About the D&D, we've been playing in my homebrew world, and yeah, that's kind of why I love doing all things, also to inspire my D&D in this game. Being a tad bit clumsy and being a blacksmith is a terrible combo for your health. Oh, there's nothing healthy about being a blacksmith, not gonna lie to you. Like, with in between the breathing all of the fumes and breathing all of the iron particles and just everything that's coming off of a forge is a lot, let me tell you. And there's even, like, we were warned when we started. Oh, I mean, that's cool looking and all, but not what I'm looking for right now. Thank you very much. But what I was saying was that kind of everything will kill you, like starting from the particles that you're kind of breathing into the tools themselves. Is it poking out? Nope. Good. Perfect. I'm trying to build the tiniest little forge I can. Oh. Well. Let's try again. Not that big of an eraser brush. I just want the square building to not have the thing, because I do want... Nope. Is it really the smallest? Nope. Okay, that explains things. Have I seen the show Fortune Fire? Yep, I've seen it. I used to watch a lot more than I do now, but I kind of liked it. And what do I think how do I think I do there? Not well. Not well. I'm way more of a welder and kind of a wire working person than I am a actual kind of that kind of blacksmith, let's say. And I think like that's not what I want to happen. I know I did it just a few weeks ago, but you can create it so that there is just a tiniest little amount of arch right there, right in the middle, right below, because you can actually, if you do things correctly, add a lantern down here. Add a few lanterns, and then you can bring this thing down on top of it, and it's going to actually shine through there. Always wanted to try glass blowing or glass art. Yeah, me too. I really want to. And then again, I do want to do a lot of things, to be honest. And like I kind of already do. Like if there is a craft that I'm made aware of, I either have tried it or I want to try it, or I actively have all of the tools to do it, but somehow I have not yet gotten to it. But yeah, I do all sorts of things. I have all of the tools for any and all kinds of fiber art. I have kind of I sew actively, I write stories, I used to make a lot more of my own D&D kind of miniatures, not the minis themselves, but the kind of terrain for the game that we play around in. And well, obviously I do anything and everything digitally, like the avatar, the lizard that you are seeing here is a hand-drawn on paper thing that I just scanned into digital form. And yeah, I just love doing things. I don't know how else to put it. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. I want the anvil this time. Actually, let's probably also have a barrel with the candles. Sure, let's keep a... What the hell is that? That's not a tire, because tire has a rubber. Oh, let's keep firewood. We do want that in a forge. I mean, usually you use coal, but that'll do for now. That'll have enough of implications. Now, where's the anvil? It was the other way when I first started, wasn't it? I'm going to add also a crate of tools. There we go. Maybe actually even two. And also I want a bucket of water. I realized I already kind of went right by it, but there we go. I think that's a reasonable enough fully built out forge. Oh no, something happened. Can you hear the rain? I don't hear it on my monitoring, but oh my goodness, is it raining right now? We probably do want a little bit of a wall right here on this, or maybe even on both sides. Stay safe then. Yeah, I live in an apartment building in the middle of the capital, so I'm fine. There we go. Are you going to become a forge master? Yes, I thought so too. Have fun. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave the sheep in charge of that one. And just start adding lanterns everywhere. Forge master sheeple. I really want to be able to add the lanterns on the stairs at some point, but for now that'll have to do. Let's see. Also on these kind of structural pillars, because right now you just kind of have to shove these in there. But I actually think we're starting to kind of be really close to almost done, at least. I just realized that I had no rhyme or reason what orientations I made the first one. Which direction is that thing pointing at? Whoa, there. Maybe that direction? Oh, I got rid of it completely. Great. Let's steal this one. There we go. That's good enough. Do I still have one leg where I didn't add any? There. But yeah, thank you guys, everyone who's here again, for being here. I really appreciate you spending time with me and keeping me company. It really is kind of talking to yourself is one thing, and I can do that, but it's always way more fun to have people actually respond to me. We appreciate it. Thanks you. Kiitos. Anyways, what do we add to the corner here? Actually, I kind of wanted to take this and make it lean against one of those pillars right there. I think that's good enough for the forge. And I mean, in a modern forge you absolutely do have a chimney on top of the forge, but since this is kind of a more open air historical thing, yeah, kiitos, that means thank you. You wrote it correctly, with 2 eyes, but yeah. So I don't feel the need to add a chimney here. I think historically there wouldn't have been on an outdoor forge like this. You just maybe have the anvil a bit further out here, so you don't work right up against or right inside there. Also, I mean, and that it wouldn't be placed like this exactly, and it wouldn't be, probably wouldn't be a stone house. It would be a standalone wooden building somewhere else, so you don't burn up the whole castle if it does get out of control. Anyway, we have this kind of tiny little corner left here. And what do we want here? Like, there is a door into here. I was thinking, like, I recently watched, I had a sleepless night, one of many. I have insomnia. Hello, welcome, nice to meet you. And one of these sleepless nights, so around, I would want to say a month ago, I watched a documentary about a French castle. Technically a modern castle. It's being built right now, but it is being built with the techniques of a middle-aged castle. And they had a really fun kind of... Actually, I made a build of it. Let's actually see what I did there. Here. So they had a kind of the upstairs is the Great Hall and the place for the a lord and their family. And they would probably sleep in the tower in this one. There's a kitchen in the downstairs, and the other door right here is for a cellar. I think they use the word cellar for it, that you kind of take all of the taxes you collect, and you kind of because you would pay your taxes in grain, in meat, in goods rather than in money. So you would kind of walk in and you would pay your taxes and store the goods right at the same time. And then you could bar the doors from the inside, and then no one can get in there. Oh, you're stuck. Poor thing. Anyways, let's get back to the thing at hand. Because I'm kind of thinking that maybe this would be the same. Like, we could have the storage area itself right there, and then just a tiny little house on... I like the natural stone, so probably against the wall right there. That would actually be kind of the tax collector's office. A tithe, yeah, that's the word. That's a really rare word to use. Kind of... I don't think I have actually ever used the word if it doesn't, like... I've always just referred to it as taxes. It adds some color? Yeah. Should we make this a 2-story building like these ones are? Or just a straight up red building? I kind of don't mind either. Lengthly 9, it's crazy variance. Yeah, exactly. And just for you to know, you don't actually have to delete all of the paths below a building. It just needs to... 2 floors could be neat for all the gold. You just have to delete the path from beneath, right beneath the walls. Here we go. Let's make it a 2-story one. Here we go. Bring it up. Bring it down. Raise the roof. And make it red. Just like the other ones. I should have checked if I can fit a door here. I cannot. Oh well. Maybe something like that. I kind of want there to be the timber beams all over, all around. I can speak. I think I should make that my either ringtone or a just a thank you. Lizard wizard loot. The tithes of sheep wool, yeah. That is bound to take a lot of space. I mean, I could probably make it easier for myself if I just did it this way. Now it's not poking out anymore. Yeah, so everyone who didn't or wasn't here yet, I have a few commands that you can do to make clips for me, and I have automated it quite far. And one of the things you can just type in chat can be also in the middle of your sentences clip. And we can all become TikTok famous. Yeah, I mean, before the stream started, I checked my TikTok I posted yesterday, which had for some I have no clue why, but it has 52,000 views, and I'm kind of terrified to check it after stream. What's happening here? Why is there a door? And let's get rid of it. Is there another one on this side? No, but now there's... Okay. That's probably the dumbest... Oh, there's a door right there. Okay, that explains. But yeah, that's probably the dumbest place I've ever seen a sign or road sign spawn. Do we want any inside here? Probably not. Let's just put it on the other side of the lake. Whatever. Anyways. Oh. Hello. Where are you go? Oh no! One of the sheep has escaped. There's still one here. Is one still? Yes, one is still here. Maybe we can have one outside sheep. If 15... Oh gosh. What languages? Finnish is my mother tongue, native tongue, first language. Why the fuck? Oh. And also I lived in Sweden for a little while, so I know Swedish. Swedish is also a mandatory language in schools here, for better or worse. And obviously English, or I don't know, might be that I'm speaking just gibberish right now. And I do kind of claim to speak a little bit of French, and just the basics, and it's been 10 years since I actually studied it, but I can say that I do not know French. I don't speak a lot of French. That's a thing I can say. And I also am trying to independently learn Arabic at the moment. So a good variety, I would say. Is the one I found you on? Not understanding a word this whole time. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm probably also just hallucinating everyone just answering me. I mean, that would make sense. I am just a lizard. Arabic translator in the military? Oh, well, that's a career choice. That sounds interesting as hell, though. Not even going to lie. I kind of don't like how this is going, but I kind of don't want to make this into a steeper set of stairs, because I kind of would want there to be a ramp up there so that you can actually drive a cart inside. You taught me how to say good morning and how are you? Oh. It's always nice when you can surprise people with that kind of a positive interaction. I actually... Now what am I... kind of, since this is kind of a house for the taxes, do we want to add windows to this or no? Do we want to add a... like, do we think the tax collector actually lives upstairs? I guess that could be an option. Must be a shady taxman. I mean... aren't they all? Like, what's the differentiation between a shady taxman and a normal taxman? Kind of spend the tax on illegal lizards. I mean, then we get to the question, what are lizards illegal or not? Oh, you still haven't come down. Oh no. Do they not find a place to land? Can I try to get them inside? I can. I'm kind of surprised that they actually do that, not gonna lie. Welcome back. Immediately into the tax house. Lizard import office. Ooh. Do we import or do we export? I mean, all of these walls could just... You could just harvest them on a sunny day, you know? Why not both? Good point. Good point. Import the exotic ones and just export all the ones you naturally have. Oh, wait. I see a little bit of a shingle right there, so that did not get rid of it, but... Because I don't want... Yeah, I think that's good enough. It's just a little big soul right now. And what then? What do we do then? I think this is reasonably filled up. We could probably add a well right in front of here. Like if the forge catches fire, you can set it out quick. Put it out quickly. And then I think I'm going to add lanterns all on the upper inside, and then I think I'm gonna call it a day after that. Maybe just a little one. And I actually have to bring it up a little bit so I have some space to change the color of this thing. That color, right? Perfect timing, as I'll have to leave soon. I am perfect in every way. Echo, wait. Don't quote me on that. I'm preemptively getting rid of the path on the inside. And let's make this into the same texture as the one there. Clip. Oh no. Oh no. Oh well. There we go. I think that might actually be enough of a well for the lower courtyard, because like here it is kind of a more beefy one. And it has a little awning on it. And I think this makes sense here. Like, what do the peasants even need? Why would they need such a big well? Wait. Not to be classist on main. They don't need anything exactly, they're peasants. Have you ever played Stardew? I am thinking of it. I have it installed, I got it in the recent Steam sale, but I haven't tried it yet, no. If you know, kind of, I am thinking that I might want mods right from the start, like some quality of life mods, not anything extremely transformative. But if you have suggestions, please send them my way, either here or on TikTok in a DM. Nice to draw art alongside the coolest lizard. I mean, it's fun you say that, because I am shivering a little bit. I have my fan on, and for some reason it hasn't bothered me enough that I'm cold, but I am a little bit cold. I am the coolest lizard. What do I want? Oh, I said I wanted to do something, and then I got distracted, and I forgot. I think I was saying something about lanterns, right? Maybe one there, so you can actually say where you bring your taxes. Maybe one here, maybe two here. Ooh. Let's go wild. And then some on the inside here. Let's add maybe one here. And there. In the corner right here, of course. I said corner. Thank you. Maybe this corner so you don't have to add as many. And probably one there. Nobody wants to climb there, so I'm not going to add any there. Down here. Maybe a self-standing one. Right there. And here. Obviously one next to the doors. Like, this one looks like a freaking secret door at this point with the amount of bushes it has. There we go. Oh! I didn't know this game generates, steps up to that. Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel! Yeah, that almost always starts to kind of, ring in my ears every time I say secret tunnel. Actually, I don't think I actually showed it, but let's quickly hop back to this one. Because, yeah, this is inspired by a real castle, but I did add a little secret doorway and a little secret pathway out of the castle in case of emergencies. I really like adding these kinds of tiny little elements that nobody's going to see. I don't think I had any other ones on this one, but yeah, I really do like adding little what's the word I'm looking for? Easter eggs. For the stealth lizards. Exactly. We don't have any detailing on the towers themselves, but honestly I don't find that as necessary. Sure, there, like in the original, in the reference picture, there are some, but not that many. Like, there are a few kind of bigger windows for, if I remember correctly, might even have been cannons. Like, they are distinctly bigger than these ones, these arrow slits. But we might need to add some on this one. Some of those arrow slits. Like, obviously these are kind of implying that there are what's the word, cannons somewhere. But I also know that I could kind of model them with the wall tools. Actually, let's see, and let's try. How hard is it going to be? Because you can do a lot with these things. Like, I've seen someone who made the whole Fellowship of the Ring with these little wall things, and just kind of made a lot of statues with it. I believe the build they were doing at the time was a... I saw you. One of the sheep tried to escape. But they made the whole entrance to the Mine of Moria on that one, where they made the whole Fellowship of the Ring as statues, basically. That actually was quite easy, so I'm going to add a lot of cannons. Or, well, to be honest, I'm probably going to keep with 2, maybe 3. Just because I can't be bothered to do many more than that. Maybe 4, just so like 2 on this one and 2 on the other one. But yeah, the ingenuity of Tiny Glade players is kind of astonishing. Where are you going? Please go down. Why did you even... Like, I'm tempted to name all of these sheep Mary Poppins, but I think then I would have 3 sheep that are named Mary Poppins. Please come down. Follow the cursor. Follow the cursor. Nope, it wants to fly. I mean, pilot is a very... And did the other one now start flying? they really want to go somewhere. And they're apparently not happy with my administration. I mean, I can't really blame them for it. Oh, really? Where are you going? No, you stay inside though. They're migrating. I like how the ducks, they put way more than the sheep do. These are definitely not symmetrical, but do they need to be? No. I do not care that much. Let's see. I need to bring it up first, otherwise I'm going to lose it. Actually... Here I go. And definitely not... They're sisters, not twins. No, wait, I just keep hearing sheep that just start flying, and I do not approve. I have not signed a passport to any of these. That's not where I want it to be. And that's going to be good enough. And then one more. Somewhere around there. We have here in Helsinki, there's Savonlinna, which is kind of the kind of everyone thinks of it as the crowning jewel of Helsinki. It's this sea bastion that kind of defended the sea. And there are a few kind of historic cannons just standing around doing absolutely nothing, just being fun to look at. And I remember really loving to climb them as a child, because they're non-functional, so they are just for show, but they are full metal and they are really heavy, really big. Painted black, just like these ones are, and yeah, they're really fun to climb. And I think as a child I used to climb any and all of the cannons we kind of saw at any landmark anywhere around the world. Thank you for being here. I'm kind of wrapping it up soon enough. I just realized that I would have to make a few more cannons, but honestly I can't be bothered. Remember to hydrate. Enjoy your day, everyone else. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, Ben. I really appreciate you. I hope to catch you soon. I am actually not going to stream this coming Sunday. I know my schedule probably still says I will, but I am going on a holiday for the first one in a few years, so I will be gone on Sunday, gone on Tuesday, and I don't yet know if I have the energy to stream on the Sunday after I come back. I will try my best, but yeah. Okay, now we have, I mean, we probably need one more chimney into this main house here. Sorry, I had to click on my other screen, it wanted to turn off. Maybe one there too, just for the sake of it. And none for the shady tax collector in that house. But yeah. Opinion from everyone. Do we make 2 more cannons on the big one, or do we just leave this as is, just take a first-person camera tour, or do we want to add to this a little bit more? I'm doing my best to try to actually take a drink. Tour. Let's do it. Let's actually see where my first-person camera spawns me. Somewhere. Certainly did spawn me somewhere. Let's go for a swim. And try to take the... Ooh, let's make it even more cinematic and get rid of the UI as a whole. So, probably should have made a road going out, but walking over the bridge, we can see at least one of the cannons up there. Huh. Is it just me, or is this kind of leaning? Oh, hello. You're not where you're supposed to be. Here we go. Oh my goodness. You're gonna have to live with your choices. Just stay put. I'll maybe save you if I feel like it. But walking in, we have the tiny well for the peasants. We have a forge, the tax house, and the bigger cellar for most of the goods that get sent or paid in taxes. We have a little marketplace. We have a sheep wandering the marketplace. A residential area for some peasants who live and work at the castle. Just nothing in this corner. I don't know why I went in that far, but I believe I can with the camera just walk through here. Yes. And then we're in the outer inner middle courtyard. We have a lot of murder holes, so you will not be successful in taking the castle. Don't even try. We have... You're also not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be in the inner one. Well, all of these sheep, and they can't even follow the simplest of rules I have for them. And the innermost courtyard for the kind of most sacred things that we want to protect, and a little door into that one, and you probably go through there to get on the ramparts, and maybe even here. But, and also there's a tiny little door for all of the rats that live here. But can I let's fly a little bit, because yeah, that's right, that's where you belong. I don't have a way up for the first-person camera, so let's take a little walk around the ramparts. Oh, I'm flying way too fast. saved himself, and they're trying to exactly. I should probably guide them to where they are actually going naturally, so they don't try to fly as much. Anyway, we have 2 cannons here, 2 cannons here, and I won't go there because there are no cannons there. But then we have a few towers that actually overlook kind of most of the water, and you can see where attackers are coming if there are any. And on the backside you have the private little dock area for the castle proper. And there probably is a way to close this off, but I have not modeled it yet, or I won't. Now he's just doing it for fun. Yeah, damn right. I mean, if I could just at will start to fly, I probably would. Then again, I do have a little bit of a fear of heights, so maybe I wouldn't. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for being here, and I really appreciate all of you for keeping me company and kind of making this a really cool experience for today. And let's zoom out all the way, and yeah, and they're still going at it. Yeah, well, thank you everyone for being here, and I'll see if I can find someone to raid here as I change into the end card. So stay around if you want to, no pressure, and I will see you next time. Probably in like 2 weeks or something like that. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your evening, and bye bye.